Hey everyone, this is going to be a training tutorial on how to use FlexGrid in thinkorswim. So to start off, FlexGrid is this button here in the top left of the screen, right next to charts. Charts is your main trading window in thinkorswim, and FlexGrid is kind of a secondary window right next to it. It's really hard to miss. The first thing with the FlexGrid that I want to point out is how to change these windows to be set up to however works best for you. First thing you're going to do is click this waffle in the top right of the screen right here, and you're going to hit customize grid. When you click that, these little windows are going to come up, and they're going to allow you to edit where you want to place additional windows on the screen. For example, if you want to place another window to the left of this current window, you just click this button in the middle here, and it will add another window to your screen. And you can just go ahead and put in your ticker symbol and it'll pull it up for you. Once you get that stock pulled up, you can see that it doesn't look anything like our other windows here. This is kind of a standard style and studies setup that thinkorswim has in their system. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and click style up top, and then I'm going to load a style that I have saved, and then go to studies and do the same exact thing. Load a study, and now as you can see, it looks very similar to the other stocks that we have set up here. I don't want this window here, so I'm just going to go ahead and delete that now and put it back to normal. To get these little windows off of your screen, to get them out of the way, just go back to your waffle and turn off customize grid. Another thing that I want to point out with FlexGrid is that you can use it for multiple styles of trading, and you can set it up however you want, like we just ran through. So this is a setup that I use mostly for just trading basic stocks. You can see here that we have Apple pulled up, and a couple of similar stocks that have a similar beta to Apple, Facebook, and Amazon. And then we always have the overall market up or down here in the bottom right on a 5-minute ticker. That's just preference. You can have it set up however you want. That's just what I'm used to doing myself. But if you go back up to this waffle here in the top right of the screen, you can save different setups for your FlexGrid, so that depending on what you're trading for the day and the strategy that you're using, you can use a different setup. So a lot of times, if I'm trying to scalp an options trade for the day, I'll just pull up my options trader. Up here in the top right, we have the actual option itself, and we use our active trader window, and I use time and sales as well as the level 2 to keep an eye on the overall options flow and the order flow. And then over here we have pretty much the same stock up 3 times, and then the overall market as well. And I like to keep these on different tickers as well. So we have a 5-minute ticker here, and usually this one's on a 30-minute, and then up here is the 1 minute. And we'll trade our options up here in the top right and just keep an eye on the overall stock that we're trading in these other windows here, and obviously watching for 5-minute candles that look healthy, as well as 30-minute candles that look healthy, retracement levels, volume, and all that stuff. And then we'll buy and sell our option scalps up top here in the top right. If you want to save these windows, once you get something set up that you like, all you got to do is click this waffle and hit save FlexGrid as, and it'll pop up and let you save it. And then to pull it back up, you'll see it here in your menu when you click the waffle again. And you can have as many of these saved as you like. So let's go back to our primary grid. So most days when I'm using FlexGrid, this is my setup. Again, you can have it set up however you like. I typically have the overall market on the 5-minute window here, and I'm watching these stocks down here for signs of significance, and especially volume here on the S&P 500. A lot of times when you see a significant amount of volume come in the intraday, and typically it's some kind of catalyst that came out on the market, maybe with the Fed or something like that, something in like mainstream news sources or something like that, it really starts moving the market, and that can have an influence on a stock that you're trading, especially if it has a similar beta as the S&P 500. So it's always important to have this pulled up and similar stocks to what you're trading as well. Now you can see that these stocks here don't move perfectly in tandem with each other, but they do have, if you look at the overall price action for the day, they do have some kind of a similar temperament in their price action. And that's also related to the beta that they have against the overall market. So if you don't know what beta is, just take some time to research that. It's not too hard to understand, but it's basically a score of volatility that the price action has against the overall market itself. And that's an important thing to know when you're looking at, or when you're trying to pick other stocks to watch in your windows against the stock that you're trying to trade for the day. So when I'm trading up here in this top window, I like to use active trader, and I like to have auto send on. So auto send, what it does is when you hit buy or sell, it's going to send your order directly to the market. I typically don't use these buttons up here very much. I like to use right click and buy. That allows me to put my my mouse right on the price that I want and buy it right away. When you have auto send on, it sends your order straight to the market, just like that. When you have it off, you have to go through a confirmation window, which is this right here, where you can pull up the order. You can edit different things about it, such as if you want to trade in after hours, you can do extended trading, good till cancel, extended trading, and you can do, this is also where you can set your different types of stops and your price, whether you're buying or selling your shares, and that's pretty much it. So sometimes obviously you need that, but when you're trading in the intraday, typically I'll just use right click and buy with auto send on, and so you can get orders filled much faster, which is really helpful if you scalp and you're looking to get an entry very quickly at a very particular price point. So that's pretty much it for the Flex Grid feature. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, I'd love to answer them. Just throw them down in the comment section and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Also, please like and subscribe for additional training videos on thinkorswim. Take care.